Esther.
Jawa.
Angel.
Yeah, so today our topic is basically right versus wrong. So today in today's society, there's a lot of things that could draw you to the wrong attention, or a lot of things that could just draw you to the wrong set, I guess. But there's a difference between Bible right and worldly right. And a lot of times, worldly right isn't always right in the sight of God. So basically, today we're just going to talk about the difference between that two. So, what do you guys think the difference is between right and wrong in the Bible way?
Like in a Bible way, it would be like wrong things are stealing and lying and things like that, and then the right things to do is follow whatever He wants you to do.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Esther?
Well, obviously, when it comes to the Bible ways of what's wrong and what's right, let's say today in our society, somebody would think disrespecting a grown up
Is right.
is right. But then when you come to the Bible, it doesn't teach us that. You have to respect your elders and anybody who's older than you. Give respect to everybody, obviously, in this world. But somebody else would think that disrespecting an older person or just disrespecting anybody in general is right, which is wrong.
That's a good example. What about you, Jawa?
Um, One of the biggest things that God doesn't like is lying. There's so many ways we lie. Sometimes we lie that we don't even know we're lying. Um, Sometimes we need to lie, but at the end of the day, we don't need to be lying at all.
Good example. So, any other examples?
Stealing.
Yeah.
We shouldn't be stealing anything from anywhere, the store, people's houses. One of the Ten Commandments says, do not be jealous of anybody's stuff. Like, do not want what other people have. Be grateful of what you have. So, some people like what other people have and they will want it, and that's not good. Shouldn't be stealing from nowhere. Should be content with what you have.
I like that. I think something that we don't notice that we steal much is people's time. I would say that, like, wasting people's time. That's a really important one because time is precious and
Time is money.
low key. I could say that, but that's a big one.
Sometimes it can relate to like behavior type, attitude type.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's say you, okay, there was an example like if someone kicked you, and what would you feel like is the right thing to do back? So that can sometimes relate to things that you think are right or wrong. So what would you do in that type of situation?
You're not supposed to kick them back, but as us growing up, we would think that we need to kick them back because that's what we're used to. But when you go to the Bible, if somebody like even slaps you, you're not supposed to slap them back.
That's
Yeah,
true.
then again,
But
that's worldly, right?
yeah, as growing up, like as teenagers and stuff, somebody slap you, you slap them back. But it's not right though. It's not right.
Yeah.
Yeah, thinking about it, people after they get in trouble for hitting somebody, they'll be like, "But my mom told me to do it."
Yeah.
Like,
Some people are raised like that
people,
to defend themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, there is something called self-defense, but if you're raised as a Christian and your parents tell you like if even if you somebody hits you, you don't hit them back. I mean, that's what you do. You don't hit them back. But growing up as us, like in school and stuff, there's bullying, there's people who hit people for no reason, there's fights and all that. You just gotta avoid it.
Yeah.
Basically, avoid it.
true. What about anything else that's worldly right? I could say worldly right in this generation or this point of time a lot is marrying who you want to marry. That love doesn't have a specific gender.
It don't.
But anyways, like it's not Bible right. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
to like marry. I mean, it's legal now, but it's not right to marry the same sex as you.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you see, some people think it's right because, something that they always say that honestly I don't get is that, oh, God made me like that. No, he
I don't get that
When
one.
they're-
Yeah.
when they
When
say
somebody
that-
says God made me like that, I'm like, what are you talking about? God never made you like that.
You wasn't made like that, but going through school, seeing how people are and everything,
Society and everything, that's what
it
changes
makes
your
you
mind.
like that.
It's-
Like
yeah,
Yeah.
you think
The thing
of
you're
being
exposed
like that.
to.
yeah,
hmm
But some people will think you're wrong if you're against it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
They say that what they're doing or things like that is not right. They will think that you're a bad person for not believing that same-sex
Mhm.
marriage is okay.
We all have different mindsets.
Mm-hmm.
Some people think it's good, some people think it's right, but
Yeah.
marrying the same sex is not right in the Bible. But nowadays, pastors you gotta bless the wedding. Like if a gay person comes up to you and say, we want to get married, they have to do it or they could get in trouble.
But you see, Jesus didn't make Mary the same sex. Adam and
Yeah.
Eve, obviously.
It's called Adam and Steve.
That's true. It's not Adam and Steve. It's Adam and Eve.
Today.
So I mean, yeah,
They made
everything
it
is messed
legal.
up. Yeah, can't do nothing about it. All we gotta do is just pray and commit
need
them into
God's
Jesus'
help.
hands. Yes.
True. There's so many different mindsets on things.
There's so many
Yeah.
different things, right or wrong.
Yeah.
Too many.
Also, I think like right or wrong could come in like where you're from, like African people and American people. Certain things
That's
that they
like-
do.
Yeah,
You know what
that's
I mean?
polar opposite. Africans and Americans,
Like,
they don't
that's-
think the same.
They really don't.
Some things they think are right, and then other people they think that's wrong.
Right.
Like,
Because if you were to tell any of your African parents, I'm about to go get a tattoo,
Mhm.
they will kill you.
they
Right.
But
really
if
would.
you were to go tell them,
Listen, cry.
really,
Kill you.
but
They
American
will
parents
be
be like,
big on
okay, what is it? Okay,
Yeah,
I'm right
where?
here with you. Okay.
Yeah, that's true. For example, like an African parent, if you do something, I'm pretty sure most parents believe in discipline, but different type of discipline. Because an African parent, if you go do something bad, they'll obviously whip you. And I said, but Americans, yeah, sometimes they will either talk to you about it, give you time
Time
out,
out.
ground you, take your phone or something
Curfew.
away from you. They find any way, instead of not beating you. But as an Africans, our moms and our dad, they believe in whipping us, so next time we don't do it.
And we're basically used to it too.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't say only Africans are the only ones that
I've
whip
seen
their
some
kids.
American whip their
American
kids
whip
worse
their
crap.
kids.
Yeah.
African American people whip their kids,
Yeah.
but everybody got different training at home.
That's true, but you see, when you bring it in the Bible, even Jesus said, "Franciasoba etiano," if he does something bad, if your daughter or son does something bad. So, yeah,
Or also like shaking people's hands with their left hand or eating
Yeah.
with their left hand.
Yeah.
That one.
I remember. Oh Lord,
Yeah, and they will tell you no, use
Right.
your right hand.
right? You have to use your right hand for everything.
Mhm.
But you see, the Americans, they're not like that.
Yeah, it's pretty much a cultural difference.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
very
tradition.
much.
That's why Americans. So,
What else?
I mean, I guess for like Chinese people too, like it's a difference between, right? Let me say in education
Exactly.
between Americans and Chinese people. Like if a Chinese person were to bring back a B, some of them be hanging themselves because of what their parents would do to them.
Mhm.
Like it's
Yeah.
that sad.
Suicide and everything.
But like if Joey comes home with the if Joey comes home with a D plus, come on, come get your cookie. You did good.
Right.
It's like at least it's not an F.
because like not only Chinese people, some parents from different cultures, they have high expectations for their child.
That's true.
They expect even C cry. You can't get C
You really can't.
because
C
it's
is
not
failing.
good.
When I
Right.
see it, yeah, it's failing. Especially
and,
to our
like-
African cultures, A and B. B crying there sometimes.
Yeah. But
It's
like,
always an A or A plus.
we think C is good. I mean, according to my teachers and everything, C is average. So
It is.
but some
Not
parents don't
bad.
accept that. It depends, like I said, how you was raised
Mhm.
and how your parents take things.
Yeah.
So
You said something about in the car about humbling yourself.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Yeah, being humble is great.
Yeah.
There's different ways of being humble. It's not just like, let's say, you being quiet, you being friendly. It's how you contain yourself. Like,
That's
I
true.
don't even know how to explain it, but like when you see people, you're friendly, how you like can give people advices. Like there's different ways of humbleness.
Yeah.
It's not one specific way because there's different ways.
Not just being humble to people. The most important thing is being humble to God.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because if you're humble to God, He will lift you up.
Oh yeah.
Also being prideful sometimes
Yeah,
is
not good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think some people mistake pride for confidence. Like if you're prideful,
I hear that a lot.
then you're
I know.
like they think it's confidence, and that's good for them.
I mean, having self-confidence
That's
and being
We talked
prideful,
about that last time. It was like the difference between
yeah,
confidence
they're not the
Yeah.
same.
and being like.
but some
confident.
people think
It
that
can be good and
It's the
bad.
pride,
same.
yeah, pride
not
can
the
take
same.
place of their confidence. So if
Not
I
the
show
same.
everybody that I'm better than everybody else, that means that's good for me. But everybody else just takes it as you're cocky. It's not good.
That's true.
We talked about that at youth. Our program.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like self-confidence and pride, being prideful is not the same, and it's not. Because you could just love yourself. I mean, you have to love
You
yourself
have to,
first.
because if
so-
you don't love yourself, then who's gonna love
Right.
yourself for you? You have to.
You only got Jesus loving you.
I
mean,
mean,
yeah,
Jesus
that's
loving
true.
you, but you gotta love
You
yourself.
gotta love. Yeah, you have to.
You gotta love yourself. Because if you don't love yourself, you go be insecure. You go think other people are better than you. Other people are worthy,
Yeah.
and
Don't bring yourself down always.
Mm-hmm.
Never. Yeah. Never say something good about yourself. So you have to love yourself.
What do you guys think about the people who intentionally bring other people down and they think it's good?
They have their own type of like
problems. They got problems themselves. Like people don't just do that to do it. Either they feel some type of way about you,
or they just do it to bring you down to make
Yeah.
themselves feel better about them.
Yeah,
they think
when
they're
I was
making
in elementary,
themselves
that's what my
feel
teacher
better.
said. Because every time somebody would make fun of somebody, they was like, "Oh, they're just trying to make themselves feel better." And just, they like bringing you down so they can make themselves feel better. But then I also heard that sometimes they just bring you down to bring you down.
To make you feel bad about yourself.
Right. Because they're
But
feeling good about themselves.
That's like self-confidence. Like
Right there,
people
yeah.
who do that, you gotta know that that you shouldn't let it affect you. That's not how you are. And some people play with it too. Some people play with it, but yeah.
Just playing with words so they think it's okay.
Words hurt. Words are strong. Like
For real.
Very
guaranteed.
strong.
We'll say words don't hurt. Words are strong.
I mean, talking about words, we can talk about truthful words. Like talking about, you know how the truth will set you free, but sometimes the truth really hurts. So what do y'all think about like lying to, okay, so if my hair was really messed up, right? I asked for your opinion. How does my hair look? A lot of people would lie and say, "Oh, you look fine.
Yeah, it
It's
looks
okay."
nice.
Just
The
to
only
save
guy
my
truthful-
feelings.
Yeah, the only
But
that one truthful person.
Me,
girl,
I'm an honest person. Like, if you ask me that, I wouldn't. Okay, being honest, you always gotta, even though it may come out wrong and sound rude and mean, you always gotta find a way to say it. Like, if your hair was messed up and you was looking how you was looking, I would be like, "Oh, Rachel, go see your hair and fix it." Like, you can always find a way to say things. It don't always gotta
More
come out
nicer
mean.
way.
and-
But I feel
yeah.
like it's always the closer friends that tell you more than like, you know.
yeah,
Well, yeah, sometimes, because some close friends they'll lie to
Yeah.
you too.
Just to make you feel okay.
no, I was really annoyed because I was watching this one Disney show out of nowhere. Yeah, I was just bored. But I was watching this one Disney show, and there was like, they were like, okay, it's good to tell the truth most of the time, but lie just to save your friend's feelings. Do you guys
No.
But she
agree on
has to
that?
know the truth though.
Like, most of the time it's good to tell the truth, but to save their feelings, just lie. I hated that. Like, it don't make any sense.
But like she said, if you put it in the right way, it
Right.
won't be as
There's always
harsh.
ways to say
Mhm.
stuff. There's always ways to say stuff. Like, I don't know.
I mean, for me, what would you guys do in that scenario? Just y'all. We already got Jawas. What about you two?
I tell my friends the truth. Like, if something's wrong, I would, even if they're not my friend, maybe just in general,
A
like they're a
person you
high and
hang
by
around
person,
with, like,
or even
a
just
person you
yeah,
That's now.
right.
Yeah.
Honestly, me. Me.
Why you laughing like
Right.
that?
Okay. Okay, me. If I don't give you an answer right away, I'm gonna have some type of look on my face that's supposed to tell you.
I said she has a look.
Yeah, I'm so serious.
I feel like you should just say it.
I mean, even if I don't say it, like you'll know, like my face. I would just look at you and be like, with a straight face, like I'll just know. Like
Me, if I consider you as a friend or a person I can hang around with, I would expect you to tell me if I'm not looking right. Because at the end of the day, I'm walking with you or I'm hanging around with you. So if I'm looking bad, you think it's not making you look bad, but it's making you look bad because it should tell you that the friend that you walking with or the associate, since people want to different, how to call people different. But anyway, it's like if you hang around with me, it'll also make you look bad because they would think, why haven't she told her friend already that her hair is not looking right, how she's dressing is not looking right. So
Really true.
yeah, it's about being honest. And even if it comes out rude, I mean, you'll thank the person later that they even told you.
honestly,
But some people, they don't want to hear it. You know,
They don't want to hear the truth. That's true. But then they will think about it and be like, oh, I mean, what she said was true. So
Oh yeah, and back to what we were saying about how some American parents are different from African parents. Well, usually, you know how some African parents, obviously, you know how they based on the Bible that says treat your child the way
He's a
you
girl.
teach
with
your
a
girl.
girl.
So yeah, they won't depart from it.
Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah, it goes in the Bible. So if they beat you or if they say you can't bring a see home, you know, they like Java said, high expectations for you. So obviously, they want the best for you. That's why, you know, like sometimes they can be a little harsh, but it's all
you
worth
learn
it.
from it.
You really do,
You
because
learn
it really
from it.
helps. Actually, it helps a lot. Honestly,
The cane always straightens you up.
it really do. If talking won't, then King should.
After growing up, when I got whipped, I mean, it helped something, but I don't think whipping your child is the best thing because at the end of the day, that's even gonna make the person want to do it more.
I
That's
think
true
if you
sometimes,
whip
though.
your child and just leave them like that without talking or explaining why they got whipped, then that's not really helping much.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if you whipped me, okay, now you could sit down and talk with me and be like, okay, this is why I whipped you. Next time, don't do this again so you can get whipped again. Like that's what really helps children. And I kind of get why like they do the whole timeout thing because sometimes the kids actually understand because it's taking them
They
away
wouldn't
from
do-
their freedom. And at the same time, you talking with them like, okay, don't do this again, Bobby. Like,
She said, "Bobby."
like, don't do this again. If you do it again, more timeout, like all that. So I think it helps.
But I think it just, the more patience you have with the person, if you give them patience and have time to talk to them, it'll get in their head more. But if you're just
Yeah.
beating them, that's just making them more angry and
Like-
continue what they're doing.
Mhm.
I feel like
That's
you
why you
should
don't
have
beat kids continuously, or else they're gonna turn into a bad kids. And then when they grow, that's how they get some guys. You know, they get out the house and they don't even want to come back home because my mom is annoying. My mom is this. My mom, you know.
Sometimes when they
It
grow up
affects-
and then they're in abusive relationships, they're like, oh, it's okay because my parents beat me.
Yeah, they did this to me. This is how I was
They're
raised.
used
So that's
to
how
it.
I'm going
They're
to.
really-
Yeah. Exactly.
But I feel like having a one-on-one talk with your child is better than whooping them because, like, sometimes when you talk to people, like, it gets you thinking.
Yeah.
Like, it makes you like, oh, yeah, I should really stop this because it's not going to help me. So I feel like that's better than whipping your child. But I mean, whipping is an option.
I mean, whipping is good though for like a little while.
Whipping,
But if that's all they get,
stop.
if that's all they get, they're just about to be like,
I mean, I didn't continue to do it, but like that didn't stop me from doing the other stuff that I got whipped. Like
I hear stories about Ghana, like how they get whipped. They just get whipped so much that they don't feel it no more. They just take it.
Right.
They just be like,
right. And when they do something about, oh, what am I gonna get? Okay, you can whip me. I'm gonna
Yeah,
get
whip
whipped,
me,
obviously.
yeah.
So
But
yeah.
I feel like when they're younger, it's hard for them to understand. Like, let's say like they're toddlers or something, or young kids, they don't understand when you talk to them. Maybe that's why.
I kind of agree with time out there. 'Cause
Yeah.
you take away their toys,
Right.
bye.
Not really help. Yeah.
Do you guys think that different viewpoints can be right? Like different types of viewpoints can altogether be right?
You mean like,
Or is it just one way or the other?
different viewpoints.
Like
you mean like when people see things? a
when
different
people
way?
see things differently, there can be more than one way that's
Yeah.
right.
I think that's good.
I mean, yeah,
It is.
obviously.
Any examples?
Wait, so you mean like if there's a situation and one person thinks this way and the other person thinks?
Yeah. Will it
I think that's good because sometimes you need different opinions. You need to hear different ways of the situation instead of just thinking one way.
Yeah.
Can you give me an example?
Yeah, since you brought it up.
Not even since she brought it up. Like she said different. Like you should have used an example. So.
Let me say, this is like an example that you know is wrong, but let me just say the ways to get to God. Let me say, we believe Jesus is the way to get to God. Muslims believe that Muhammad is the way to get to God. That one, an example, would be a bad way to say to get to God, because one isn't right, one is right.
Well, we don't know that yet. I mean, we all.
I mean, what we believe is
what we believe, but we don't know if. Let me say, like our God is not the God that we were supposed to be worshiping the whole time. So we didn't know.
I mean, we live by
So we
faith,
believe
I
that Jesus Christ is the God we're supposed to. And Muslim people are wrong and stuff like that.
Different religion, different point of view, different everything, obviously. I mean, every religion believes, I guess, different things.
Right now, we're about to take a short break. So tune in. The number is 614-577-1434 or 614-577-1464. You can listen on YouTube at Bipokonko Live. And so stay tuned.
Did I put you on the spot?
Bro, what was you talking about, bro?
Oh, they can talk.
I didn't have nothing to talk about. It was dead silent. Dead silent. I have to say something. That's why I don't
You are great, yes, you are Holy One. Walked upon the sea, raised the dead, reign in majesty, mighty God. Everything written about you is great. You are great, yes, you are Holy One. Walked upon the sea, raised the dead. You reign in majesty, mighty God. Everything written about you is great. You are great. You are great. You are great. You are great. Oh yeah. Say you are great. You are great. Say you are great. You are great. Everything, yeah. Everything about you is great. You are great. You are great. You are great. You are great. Oh, you are great. You are. You are great. Oh, yeah, yeah. Say you are. You are great. Worship you today. You are great. Everything. Everything about you is great. Worship you today. Give you all the praise. Yeah. Mighty God. Worship you today. Give you all the praise. As we lift our hands to you, we pleasure in our hearts. Raise our voice to say, everything about you is great. If we can worship you today, give you all the praise. As we lift our hands to you, we pleasure in our hearts. Raise our voice to say, everything about you is great. Demons tremble at your breath. What a mighty God we serve. What a mighty God we serve. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, everything, yeah. Everything, oh. What a mighty God we serve. You wrapped upon the sin. Oh, God, hallelujah. Everything, yeah. Everything. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. You are great. 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 Strong and mighty God. Say you are great. You are. Say you are great. Oh, everything, yeah. Oh, yeah. Raise the voices. Raise the voices. Yeah, 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 yeah. You are great. Say you are great. You are great. Oh, you are great. You are great. Oh, yeah, yeah. You walk upon the sea. You left the land to us. Oh, everything, yeah. Everything about you is great. We worship you, Lord, King of Kings, Lord of Lords. Oh, so great you are, doing marvelous things. Everything about you, yeah. I love you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. I love you. Oh, I thank you, Jesus. You are missing, God. You are here now. Take all the glory, take all the honor. Mercy is your name. Dear God, you are everything you say you are, but you are more than what we think. The song is for you right now, Jesus.
Not no way, not no way, not no way. Toponi and Arella, mighty God, awesome God, Prince of Peace, all glory to your name.
How you parted the waters is still a mystery. How you walk on waters no one can understand. How you open blind eyes that says a miracle. What a mighty God you are. Heaven and earth adore you. Angels bow before you. What a mighty God you are. None no way. None no way. None no way. Tokoni na la. None no way. None no way. None no way. Tokoni na la.
Most times I imagine how you do the things you do. Separated the lights from the dark, oh God. Who is like you? You're God all by yourself and no one can compare. No way, no way, just no
Heaven and earth will pass away, you're still the same. Kingdoms will come and kingdoms will go, but your kingdom, oh Lord, is forever and ever. Oh Lord, demons tremble at the sound of your name. Battles are won at the raise of your praise. What can you do, Almighty God? Creator of Creator of the earth, we glorify you, oh God.
For you are holy and righteous, God. Holy and righteous, God. Father, we love you. Father, we love you. Father, we praise you. Father, we praise you. Father, we give you praise. Holy and righteous God, we love you.
Hi, welcome back to Holy Hills Radio Teens Edition. I'm again your host, Rachel, with my co-host
Esther.
Angel.
Again, the numbers to call in is 614-577-1434. 614-577-1434. So today our topic was basically right versus wrong. And let me summarize it again. We basically talked about a lot of right things versus wrong things, like the truth. Who can give me more?
Lying, stealing, being humble, comparisons between American families and African families.
Yeah, but to start off this segment, I'm just gonna read a little something. So, according to the Bible, man was created in God's image. Part of that image takes man a moral being. We are moral agents who make moral choices and are able to differentiate between right and wrong. The basis upon which we differentiate between right and wrong is our knowledge of God's law. And that knowledge comes from two sources, revelation and conscious. Revelation is self explanatory. So, what I'm getting from that is since we are God's people, we are made in his own image. And that basically gives us what we can do. Since we are made in his image, he's given us the conscience and he's also given us the Bible to go back on to see what we're supposed to do. So, what do you guys think about this?
So you mean it's like a guiding book?
Yeah, which is the Bible.
Low key, it could be like, we're made in God's image. Can I say Christians or everybody is? But he gave everybody a conscience. Some people just don't use it. But we're made in God's image, so we're the ones who have a better mindset of what's right, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like when we think of one situation or anything at all, we know what's right, and then other people who are not Christian, they don't know what's right. They think it's wrong. Well, they think what we think is right, they think is wrong.
Sometimes. So, what are some things that Christians think are right, but worldly people they think a
Or
different thing about it?
non-believers.
I guess you could say like drinking and smoking type of things. Some people believe that it's not bad, and then some other people believe that it shouldn't be done to the body at all. Because the Bible says, keep your body holy.
Because our body's a temple.
Yep.
Mhm. Is that all? I think there could be more. I could say the language that we use, I guess. Because
Yeah.
people could see if you're Christian.
Shouldn't be cussing.
Yeah, a lot like that. But people could see that you're Christian
By the way.
by the
By the way you dress.
mostly out of your appearance.
Yeah.
They look at you and they be like, "Oh, this person, there's something different about this person. They must follow God." So,
Yeah. And the way you present yourself, the way you talk.
well, yeah. What about like the way we present ourselves? Like, there's some things that we'll think is right, but there's some things that the world would think is right, but Christians be like, I can't wear that. I can't be seen in that. So, do you know any like how we dress? Anything like that?
As a Christian, you're supposed to cover your body. Going anywhere, it could be party. Church is the number one thing. You have to cover yourself. But as a Christian, you have to cover yourself and make sure stuff are not showing because But yeah, temptation can But as in the world thinks, oh, you can wear anything. You can wear belly shirts and
Crop top and hot
crop,
pants.
yes, and yeah, you can wear all these unnecessary clothes, which Christians shouldn't be wearing.
I mean, I feel like Christians should know because just not only Christians, like when you go into a job interview, you make sure you're looking right. You don't wear any kind of tight clothes, any clothes that are showing stuff that are not supposed to be seen. You look decent, so it's not. I mean, people wear what they wear, but Christians should know better that those things we shouldn't be wearing.
Yeah.
Kind of like what we talked about last time about the whole tattoo piercing thing. That could be also a part of that.
Yeah.
People look at you and they'll judge you, and they'll be like, okay, if you like last time we discussed, if you dress in all black, you dress in emo, whatever like that, people would think you're a devil worshiper. Just saying. But if people dress nicely, put together, people look at them and be like, I want to be like that. You look nice. Something like that.
As Christians, everything we're supposed to be wearing is supposed to be decent and presentable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's supposed to be presentable.
Presentable and at least decent and nice, not
nasty or anything else. But
Also, what makes you think that things are wrong, like right or wrong? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
We all have a conscience, so that's how we know. So if we think something's wrong, there'll be a little voice in our head telling us, "No, you
When
can't
we're
do
doing
that."
something wrong, when we're at a place we're not supposed to be.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll
We're doing
feel it.
stuff.
Like
You'll feel it
Your
somewhere.
body, you'll feel
You're
it.
not
Like,
meant for that.
Yeah.
So
if you feel like what you're doing is not normal, then you will have that feeling that what you're
you're
doing
not
is not
supposed to be
right.
doing.
yeah.
God could be talking to you when you're at a place you're not supposed to be at, or when you're doing something.
You're not
Yeah, there's
supposed to be doing.
voices. Or you yourself can tell that you're not used to this kind of thing you're doing, so you shouldn't be doing it, or you shouldn't be there.
And also about the tattoo thing you brought up. I know like some Christians that have some tattoos, but what I'm gonna say about that is like, okay, so like I remember this lady, right? She said she got her tattoo when she was 18. She didn't know anything about it. So obviously then she became a Christian, got baptized and everything, and she still has that tattoo on there. So if somebody else would look at her, they'd be like, "Oh, she don't look like a Christian or something." But obviously she is, because she literally
Yes,
was
she
telling the
was.
story and was saying that, yeah, she got her tattoo when she was 18. That time too, she didn't know anything, and she wasn't a Christian. But now that she knows God, and stuff like that, she still has that tattoo. But I don't think that should really,
Determine if
if
you're
she's
good
a
Christian or
yeah,
not.
or
If you're a
not.
Christian
Only
or
God
not,
knows too.
Because we all
Because that
make
was a mistake
mistakes.
she made.
Yeah. I think you have to be careful, especially when you're young, about making your mistakes. Like following friends and stuff, they could always lead you in
Influence you.
influence you to do stuff you really don't want to do. Like most of the time when kids are our age, when they're doing smoking and stuff and getting all their piercings and tattoos, they just do it because their friends do it, or they went with their friends and their friends convinced them. We need to be careful about that.
Yeah.
Because like we
Be careful
ourselves,
about
we have our
judging
own
people.
morals.
Yeah, because I feel like just because you have tattoos and piercings and stuff, I mean, you don't know the person's past, so you can't really determine if they're a good Christian or not, because they could have had it before they knew God,
Right.
could have had it before they got baptized. So I feel like, yeah, sometimes we think we know people, but we don't really know about them, how they came from, like where they came from and stuff.
So where do you learn most of your moral judgment from?
Mostly our parents.
Yeah.
Like
Sometimes our friends
Good
too.
friends.
I
Friends
mean,
and-
if you have good friends, yeah. A lot of times people's friends don't really help them with morals, but
And those you should stay away from.
yes.
You have friends that make you and help you grow.
Yeah, and then you have friends that brings you down.
Yeah.
And
And those kind of
they're not
friends,
good
you
for
don't
you,
need
obviously.
those type of friends.
True that.
That's why they say something like "Chami wadan fana min choni suban."
Say that louder.
ufa-
Say it louder.
Chami wadan
I
fana
never
min
read
choni
that, but
suban.
okay.
So what
Yeah,
what
show
I-
me your friends and
what
I
I-
show you
their character.
yeah, what I understand from that is, if you get a wise friend, somebody who's smart, obviously you're gonna learn from that, but if you get a friend that, I'm not gonna say dumb, but just do unnecessary things, you're obviously gonna follow that person, and it's gonna change you into being the person you're not supposed to be.
True.
So
And some
if you get
people are not even
somebody
brought
who's-
up like that,
Right.
they just meet people that makes them
and it
turn
changed
into
them,
That's really true.
it changed them, because this is not the person they used to be, or this is not the person they are.
Mhm.
But because of who they hang out with and their friends, it totally changed them.
even
And
when
they
you
think
hang
it's
in-
cool. So
even when you hang around with people who are not good, and you're like hang around with them, from an outsider point of view, they would think you're also not good because you're
Yeah.
hanging around with people who are not doing good things, like people who smoke and stuff. But you're not even
Yeah,
that
would
type
make
of
you at-
person.
That's
would that make you
true.
at fault? Like, let's say
Mhm.
someone's stealing and you do nothing about it. You don't tell your friend to stop or anything. Are you at
To
fault?
be honest, if you get pulled over for the person driving, they have drugs, you're in the car, you're still gonna get arrested, you're still gonna get checked. Like, okay, just because you don't have the drugs with you, you're still in the whole situation. So at the same time, people are still gonna judge you for that.
Mhm.
For the person you're with at that time, you could get judged by that.
Yeah.
You wouldn't get arrested, but you'll get checked.
Yeah.
If you had it too. But, yeah, it's all about hanging around with the good people. Like I said, people who help you grow, and people who are good vibes.
It's
like,
also
have a
good to have
vibe.
Christian friends,
Mhm.
you know, because if you have Christian friends and they know God too, they will, you know, they'll teach you about the Bible, and if you have any questions, they'll help you pray. Like friends like that, who
Yeah,
knows
I
God
mean,
too, are also
You
good
don't have
friends.
to necessarily have Christian friends, because I mean, I have friends that are not Christian. No, I have friends who are Christian but don't really know much about
the
God,
Bible,
and
or the
I
God,
try to help them like know about God, like how I know God.
which is
So
good. So
you
you
don't-
can help somebody
yeah.
else know.
It's
It's
about
about
letting them come to, like, let's say where you're at, helping them and stuff. 'Cause you don't have to have Christian friends. I have Muslim friends too, but
I do too.
we don't
I think
discuss.
It's only
that
on their
type-
character,
Yeah.
like how they lift you up.
Mhm.
It's
Because
mostly like that.
not everybody, not like different religions, they're not bad. But some people would think they're bad just because they have a different God. And,
Yeah,
It's only bad if they like try and push you into their religion,
yeah.
make you believe
Even
something
that,
totally
you should know
different.
better that
Yeah.
you're a Christian, you're not gonna follow other people.
So what is something you judged before, but later you change your mind on?
Like, what do you mean?
Like, I mean, like you've judged, like
When
you've
see
seen something, but
people or something.
you know how you see, we all have different images, but like you've seen something and you like judge this person, or you judged, you know.
I'll have to think about that one.
I feel like the same way they say you shouldn't judge a book by its cover
The same
is
way
the
it's
same
used
way we should do, because you could meet somebody and let's say one of your friends have told you something about them, you automatically think like, this person's not good. But when you get to finally meet the person, you be like, what my friend told me was a lie. Like, it could have been from a person who already don't like the person.
Yeah.
So it's about getting to know the person before you judge them. Even you could always hear that like, this person is not good, this person, don't hang around with them. But like, sometimes you could go and like have a conversation with them and see how they really are for yourself. Because like I said, the person who could have said it is probably a person who don't like the person, who don't want you to be friends with them. So
Well,
yeah.
I don't know personally, but I know that a lot of people, they have changed their minds on like Muslim people, because you know how people, as soon as they think of Muslims, they think
Big
of like
bombs and
yeah.
ISIS.
So some
Yeah.
people, when you actually get maybe your Muslim friends or actually
Mhm.
communicate, you actually see how they are. So you're
Right.
not thinking that way.
That's true. And they're actually, sometimes some of them are actually good, you know.
Like a Muslim friend I had, when I was growing up in school, middle school, and high school, I never thought I would be friends with a Muslim because of the fact that they're not Christian. Like,
Right.
why would I
They always
want to
think, yeah.
be? And when you see a Muslim, you can identify them because you know they have
Their hijabs, yeah.
their little print
I have a
stuff they
Muslim
have on
friend
the
too.
stuff. But like I said, it's about getting to know them for who they are. You have a Muslim friend, you guys don't even have to talk about religion, because you know, if you talk about religion, it might go somewhere like you have
Where
to
it
argue
needs to
about
go.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could go somewhere you could have to argue about it, like, you know.
So about judging, like, how do you judge something if it's because you don't like it or because it's wrong?
That's the question. Yeah.
Judging is not good.
Honestly, it's not. But sometimes, for an example, us
We
Christians,
all
if you see
judge.
somebody lying, we're obviously gonna judge that person and be like, "That's wrong. You can't, you know,
Yeah,
don't
because
lie."
they
Don't.
already have done something.
So we've all judged. So
We
in
all
your
do.
Yeah.
in your own scenario, when that's happened, what have you done? Because you judged them because you don't like it, or just because it was wrong?
Just because it was wrong. what
Sometimes
they
we
was
can
doing
judge
wasn't right.
because we don't like it.
But let's say someone had like clothes on that you did not feel like it's something you would wear. You would judge them because
Because
it's
you don't
something
like
that's
it.
not what you would wear.
Yeah.
But most
You
of
say something
if
weird about it.
most of the time,
Most
I'd rather
person-
judge if it's wrong rather than if you don't like it.
Yeah.
Because I'd rather judge you if you're lying to me or doing something that's wrong than if I don't like your outfit
Or if I don't like your hair.
yeah,
or
something
your
like-
shoes.
that's like material
Everybody's
judgment.
different, so going to according how your hair is, your clothes is, that's not even something you need to judge. Like, if you want to judge, like, judge their character or something, how they act and stuff, not like what they got on, because, you know, everybody's different. Not everybody dressed the same, not everybody's dressed will be the same and all that. So.
Yeah.
That's a lot true. Okay, so we're gonna welcome. You've already seen her before, Sharice. She's just gonna slide through.
Yeah.
Hi guys.
Hi.
Hello.
We're basically talking about judging. So, would you judge somebody on if what they're doing is wrong or because you don't like something that they're doing?
Like personally me or
Personally,
would I judge someone on what they're doing?
like if it was wrong or if you don't like what they're doing.
Yeah.
Can it be like a mixture of both in a way?
Explain how.
Okay. Can you give me like a scenario?
Like what I just said, like you see someone walking down the street and they have something on that you personally wouldn't wear. Would you judge it because of what is
You
wrong,
wouldn't
or you
wear
just don't like it?
Oh, I think it's better to judge them if you don't like it, but I think it's just better not to say anything. Just keep your comments to yourself.
No, then you're still judging.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
In your head.
yeah, I think like with humans, it's just a natural thing, but it's better just to not say anything. Like, just because they're wearing something nasty, don't mean that it has to affect you in any
But what
way.
do you usually do?
And judge them in her head.
Yeah, I mean, it's not good, but yeah, that's just I wouldn't wear that, or that's not cute.
We all have our moments, honestly.
We have a caller, I think. Hi, welcome to Holly Hills. What's your name?
Hi, I was wondering if you could like tell me like your personal opinions on like right and wrong.
Personal opinions.
Yeah, like what you would personally think is right and what you would personally think is wrong, like overall in general.
We'll go down the line. Angel, what do you think is personally right and personally wrong? Like your own opinion.
On what? Like on
I think she's
Yeah,
talking
like-
about in general.
Just
In
general,
general, there's so many
anything.
things.
Yeah, that-
honestly.
Just pick a few.
okay,
one or
well,
two.
we talked about stealing, so
Lying.
of course stealing would be a wrong thing to do.
Be not hold up. Not being like not wanting what somebody else have. Not
Jealousy?
yeah, jealousy.
What about you, Sharice?
I think right is just following what God says to follow, and wrong is disobeying what He says not to do.
Another one is disrespecting. It doesn't have to be your elders, just disrespecting anyone in general, just because you want to be disrespectful.
As in like you cursing them out or just being rude. Because
It could be
rude.
both.
I mean, people take this.
there's too many ways. Of
Yeah, people take disrespect in different types of ways. You know, like if I tell Jawa to shut up, she might take it as disrespect, but Rachel might not.
Yeah, I might be like, oh, shut up. Okay. But she might fight you.
Yeah,
So
like people take that different.
Yeah, try telling your elder to shut up. Like, no.
Yeah, they're gonna obviously take that different.
So it comes in different ways. But something that's right, in my opinion, is kindness. And then, yeah. But I like going back on disrespect because that kind of makes sense. Because some people, Americans, sometimes they disrespect everybody. Their teachers, no respect.
Like
And
I
they
have
think
a
it's
white
human
friend.
nature.
She cusses out her mom like crazy, and she doesn't take it as she's being disrespectful. She just thinks it's normal because her parents don't do nothing about it. Like they just take it.
It's how you're brought up and how you're raised.
Exactly.
You're better because you know, like us, we know better than to do that.
Right.
We know the consequences. Like,
Right.
yeah.
So to close everything up, what do you guys? What is your last thing that you have to say about right and wrong?
I'll start off. So everything that is right basically comes from our conscience and comes from the Bible, because God gives us his own image and his spirit, which is the Holy Spirit, which helps us. And basically there's a line between pride and confidence. Some people take it differently. Lying is not good, period, to be saving people's feelings or anything like that. Basically, just live in everything that you know is right, and just live in God's word.
Honestly, I would say just think wisely before you do anything. Think wisely before you speak. Think wisely before you talk. Just think about anything you do, you know, because sometimes thinking, like, if you're about to say something bad or rude and you think about it, you're going to be like, oh no, this is not the right thing to say. So I'm just going to keep my mouth shut or something. So I would just honestly like think wisely. That's what I have to say.
Okay, like Esther said, everything you do, think twice about it. As you know that what you're doing, like if it's wrong, what you're doing is wrong. And you know, like even if you do the wrong, when you're doing it, something will tell you, like the Holy Spirit, or like something will come in your head, like this is not for me. I'm doing the wrong thing. And you know, right? You can, if you don't even know right, you could go back to the Bible and it will teach you about doing stuff right. So yeah, lying is wrong, stealing is wrong.
Kind of like what Sharice was saying about the whole judgment thing. If you, like she said, how it's natural and people always judge people. If you're going to at least do it in your head and not say it out loud and put someone else down. Like, you know.
I don't think you should just judge at all.
Well, yeah,
judging is not good.
Yeah, but you know how when you see something and it just straight comes into your head.
Yeah.
Remember, whatever you think, Jesus is right in it.
Yeah.
So when the judgment day comes,
Whose mom told you that?
Why you say that?
But yeah, don't judge people. Sharice, you know something?
Yeah.
Can I just like sum up from when I came in?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, like what Angel was saying. Judging people's not good, but it's also like a natural thing. So you should try your best to like not do it and do what's right instead of doing what's wrong.
Amen. So this is the end, guys. Not much people called in, but I know you guys enjoyed it. So tune in again, same time. We're hoping 6:30 next time again. We came early today, but guys,
Tell a friend to tell a friend
to tell their cousin.
To call.
So bye.